Hello guys, this is Prime Concept. You're welcome once again to my channel. Thanks for those that have been supporting this channel. Thanks for those that are meeting me for the first time. I believe you'll be part of the supporters of this channel. Now in this video, we want to consider the alpha beta roots of quadratic equation. We already introduced this concept in our previous video. So in this video, we want to look at the relationships, the further relationships for alpha and beta. In our previous video, we established that alpha plus beta is known as sum of roots, and the formula we derived it as minus b over a. And we also arrived at the formula alpha beta to be product of roots. We said it is c over a. So we got these two relations from our previous video. Now in this video, I want to look at further formulas that would involve alpha and beta as roots of a quadratic equation. Now these are very simple case scenarios where you have alpha plus beta. Exam would go further to ask you to find 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta, which we don't have a formula. We only have formula for alpha plus beta. Alpha beta. What if under exam condition they say find alpha squared plus beta squared? Do you think this formula will still go? It won't. So we want to generate formulas for some other parameters that we can be asked in terms of alpha plus beta and what? Alpha beta. So you would see that every formula I will be deriving now would always have a link with alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So let's look at the several relationships we'll be deriving. I'll derive about 2 or 3 as time permits us. Now, first, we want to find formula for alpha squared plus beta squared. We want to derive a formula for this as the first one. So in order for us to get the formula for this, we will start this way, knowing that alpha plus beta all squared can be expanded, right? Yes, this can be expanded to be, okay, let's do it this way. If I want to expand this, I would simply say alpha into alpha plus beta into alpha plus beta. So this is a simple way of expanding this, right? Which I believe it's clear to you. Now what am I going to do? I will say alpha times alpha is what? Alpha squared. Alpha times beta is alpha beta plus beta times alpha is alpha beta. Even if you say beta alpha, is same thing. Then plus beta times beta is beta squared. So remember, this is alpha plus beta all squared. So my alpha plus beta all squared still goes on. Now see what I want to do. I want to bring this closer to this. Remember, this is not crossing equality, so the sign remains the same. So I have alpha squared. If I bring this closer to alpha squared, I would say plus beta squared, then plus. Now this is alpha beta. This is actually 1 alpha beta plus 1 alpha beta. It means it's going to give us 2 alpha beta. Now remember, I want to find alpha squared plus beta squared, which is what I have here. So my aim is, how do I make this the subject? Very simple. So I have alpha plus beta all squared. If this, which is plus, crosses to meet this, it becomes what? Minus 2 alpha beta. And this place I have what? Alpha squared plus beta squared. So that if I should rewrite this, I would have alpha squared plus beta squared to now give me alpha plus beta all squared minus 2 alpha beta. So it means I've been able to derive the formula for finding alpha squared plus beta squared. Notice that this formula is in terms of alpha plus beta and what? Alpha beta. So it's in terms of this. So any formula we'll be deriving would always be finding a way to link it up to alpha plus beta and what? Alpha beta. So this is very simple. So I'm going to take one example under this and then we end the video. So quickly, let me drop the problem. All right. Now we'll have this problem on the board, very simple but elaborate, that will help us really understand why we had to derive this formula. Now the question says, if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation this, now bringing out the equation, I have 4x squared minus 16x plus 7 equals 0. So if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, they said the first thing they want us to find is alpha squared plus beta squared. Now I mentioned in my previous video, which I would mention again, and anytime they give you a problem under alpha beta, anything they want you to find, the first thing you need to be able to find is alpha plus beta and what? Alpha beta. So before we jump into what they even want us to get, first I want to find alpha plus beta, and I also find alpha beta. And let's identify our constants. A is the coefficient of x squared, which is what? 4. Then B is the coefficient of x, which is what? Minus 16. Then C is what? 7. Knowing this, I can find that my alpha plus beta, the sum of roots, has a formula which is minus B over A. So it means that my alpha plus beta is going to be what? Minus into minus 16 divided by 4. Remember, my B is minus 16, and there's already a minus here, which is still outside. So don't mix up. So this will give me 4, right? Yes. Now, I also have alpha beta, which has the formula C over A. And what is my C? My C is 7. My A is what? 4. So these are the first things. That is not what the question is asking for. But before you can do what the question is asking for, these are your priorities. Now, so that I want to answer the first question now, I want to find alpha squared plus beta squared. And we just derived the formula, which is still on the board. The formula for finding alpha squared plus beta squared is what? Is actually alpha plus beta all squared minus 2 into alpha beta. This is the formula. So one thing you want to see is that this is actually why it is necessary to find these two things first. Because in my formula now, I have alpha plus beta. So what did I get for alpha plus beta? I got it to be what? 4. So I would say 4, then all squared minus 2 into, what is my alpha beta? My alpha beta, I got it to be what? 7 over 4. So alpha squared plus beta squared can be gotten. So if I do this, this is going to be 16 minus, if I solve this, remember 2 in 4 would give you 2. So I'll have minus 7 over 2. So that when I solve this properly, if I solve this, I'll have 2 times 16, which is 32. 32 minus 7, I have 30, remove 5, 25. So I have 25 divided by 2. So this is what I have as alpha squared plus what? Beta squared. So I've been able to answer the first part of the question. Very simple, using this formula on the board. So you see how exam would come. Now let's see the next one. This one now, they said find alpha over beta plus beta over alpha. And when you now meet any other ones like this, what you need to do is to quickly get LCM. You must always get LCM when you have addition or subtraction. Always find LCM. So I'm going to quickly get the LCM. The LCM of this and this is actually their product, which is going to give me, okay, let's start here. The LCM of these two is going to be alpha times beta. That is their product, right? Yes, so that beta in alpha beta, you'll be left with alpha. Beta would cancel beta, so you'll be left with only alpha. So alpha times alpha becomes alpha squared plus, now alpha would cancel alpha, you'll be left with only beta. Beta times beta would give us beta squared. So it means that alpha over beta plus beta over alpha is actually equal to this. That's what it means. So it means that For me to find this, I need to find this. Very simple. Now, looking at this, you notice that we've already been able to get alpha square plus beta square. And alpha square plus beta square, we got it to be 25 over 2. So I'll quickly do that. 25 divided by 2 all over alpha beta. What is my alpha beta? We got alpha beta already at 7 over 4. So I would say 7 divided by 4. And what do I have? I have 25 divided by 2. Then divided by 7 over 4. When you have division, you know you can change to multiplication. So I'll quickly say 25 divided by 2 times 4 over 7. So if I do this, I'll see that my answer eventually becomes 2 doing 4 half 2. 2 times 25 is 50. So my answer becomes 50 divided by 7. So this is the answer to the second part of this question. I believe that this is already very clear to you. So for the want of time, in my next video, I'm going to be showing you the formula for alpha squared minus beta squared. We have learned alpha squared plus beta squared. In my next video, I'll show you the formula for alpha squared minus beta squared. How do we find it? So do well to subscribe to this channel if you are not yet subscribed, so that you can get to be notified for the next video. Those that have been supporting this, I really appreciate your constant support and views. So thanks for always supporting. See you in my next video, Prime Concept.